What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blaze Game with King's Critiques, and we're going to start off with the first caveat of number one. If the noise in the background is annoying, I highly apologize. I had to turn on my AC because I woke up and did my normal ritual, and then I came back to my room, and it was so fucking hot. So, I'm sorry, it has to be on. Like, I think I was actually getting ill with that off, and the amount of heat that hit my body at one time since waking up. So I highly apologize. I apologize to you guys. I apologize to the show. But I just fucking... Ugh. Second caveat being, if the video is shorter than intended, blame the red platform for being complete dipshits and checking literally everything with AI. Because here's a little fact for you. My gaming channel got, things that it was supposed to be allowed restricted. Because, the red platform uses AI to check everything. So I guess when they saw that I adjusted an episode to be a short of something, I cut off 3 whole minutes and I just changed it to be a short. I'm guessing that pissed them off to the point where like, you are restricted from what you're allowed to do. Fucking cunty red overlords. Fucking... Purple platform might not have a lot going on for it, but man, a lot of weight it is so much better than these guys. Like, I hope that I can actually get noticed more on there when I do stream. Maybe if I start the green account, I can get noticed more there. Maybe the orange account can have some more people stop in. Because, Jesus Christ, I've been working at this for 16 years, and they're literally burying me in the same kind of way that the WWE buries somebody like fucking... I'm just gonna outright say somebody like Chris Benoit. Like, they're acting like I murdered somebody and they're burying me. So uncool. Sorry, that I have to get on my little soapbox there for a minute about how useless the red platform is on doing things themselves. Anyway, next caveat would be, if you're still with me, and I highly apologize for getting on my soapbox there. If you're watching the series, which you should be, and if you're not, go watch it. If you haven't seen season 1, go watch it. But, like, seriously, from between the first and third episodes of season 1, it went from me being like, oh, I'll probably hate this show, to being, this is my favorite thing ever. So, give that some thought. And come back, leave a comment, have conversations with myself or other people, because that's always highly appreciated. I think I fucked up in my speech a little bit there, but I'm overheated internally and externally, so apologies. And the last caveat would be, if you're not going to have conversations, at the very least, let the whole video run through. Let me get the watch time, because that's good for the algorithm, as is hitting the like button and subscribing. That being said, let us get into it and see what they're going to tell Noah. Because I'm going to imagine their answer is going to be a no, because they don't officially get together until, like, the end of the manga, as far as I know. I could be wrong. What? Stupid bitch. Yeah, and his spit take at the end, though, that was classic. And now they're all like, actually, yeah, no, we were all kind of curious on that, honestly. Like, y'all are so close, we kind of thought, yes. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, they're totally not, but, like, they may as well be. They totally should be. But, again, this is rom-com number 1. They can't admit they like each other until, like, 7 billion episodes later. Like, there's a small handful of anime where, yeah, they get together in the beginning and it works totally fine. I think I've yet to see a lot of those, honestly, but... Meanwhile, those dudes just come in like, what the hell's she going? Also, is it totally wrong to assume that those two are a Yuri couple of the show? Because, like, they're wearing a couple's costume. It might be a best friend's costume, but, like, Devil Angel? And why not? Because you're a bitch? See, and this is a valid thing to think, but here's the thing. Like, there's a very good, like, probability that if you're picked up by a, extrovert from the normally opposite gender, but hey, if they know you're into the same gender, maybe it could be the same gender. I'm just using this as a current example. When you're picked up by an extrovert, the thing from friends to more is often a possibility. Now, I will say this is often less the possibility when it is the same gender, but it's never a no. Like, I have seen a handful of these anime where, like, same gender friends, whether it be guys or girls, eventually do develop into more, like, but, yeah. So, like, you really should consider everything. Especially the way she texts him, a gajillion hearts in one text message. My guy, if that don't say she wants you, I don't know what does. Like, there's a difference between texting someone you see every single day and they give that kind of reaction compared to texting you talking to for the first time and they give that kind of reaction and then, 3 days later they ask for money. But that's just my history of being an introvert and not having a good extrovert take me to do shit. But that's also why my adult life has been miserable. Yeah, but YouTube wants to bully me. I don't mind calling them out directly. The red guys bully me. That's just how it is. I will continue to do things how I do things in hopes that maybe one day the level of AI in society lessens. Maybe things can go back to a good place. But just like real quick, that angle. Yeah, I knew she'd be upset about him denying it as he did. Like, here's the thing. There's often a lot of times too when people are good enough friends, like you could jokingly say, we're not dating. I wish, but like I'm perfectly fine how things are. And then like when that I wish slips out, if the other person hears it, it's like, well, no, sweetheart, it's not that. It's the fact he doesn't think he's worthy of you. Which realistically, no, but conceptually, yes. And he comes out of the bathroom and she's gone. It's like, where the hell did she go? Did I upset her that much? Fuck. Though I think that's her friends anyway, so they're probably like talking to her about the Gojo thing, for better or worse. See, out of context, Gojo's doing the right thing. He went to reach her in a fashion that a lot of people who were hitting on her probably would, and he went to do something about it. That's a good guy maneuver. And yeah, I know a lot of people nowadays in society, like, if a guy randomly tried to stop another guy from hitting on a girl who they didn't know, there would be a ton of drama unfolding because that's just how society is. But, like, they're best friends. She does like him. He likes her, but he's too stupid to admit it. So, this is honestly completely valid. Also, small change of thought process. The blonde dude kind of looks like he belongs in Detective Conan. Yeah, all three of them are in shock that Gojo just up and did that. Like, I wasn't trying to do anything, bro. Okay, not knowing the context to what was happening makes that question even worse. Like, you don't know if she was about to be hit or be hit on. It's like, are you sacrificing yourself to be hit on? Because that's a little weird, but I mean, hey, I swing both ways, so like, because high key, I could kind of see those guys swinging both ways. I mean, they're in a group with a bunch of girls like Marin and Noah, so like, it's not impossible. He's probably inferring the same thing I just said too. Plus, you're holding his hand, so you said that, so like. Okay, no, he was totally talking about the context that is being taken completely haywire in this instance. Also, if y'all guys didn't notice, I don't have the thing, but at least I have a shirt finally, and I have another one coming on the way from Amazon. It's gonna be black, so I'm definitely gonna have the air conditioner running when I wear that next week. But still, yes, he does. And like, you guys are kind of beashy attractive, so what's he to think otherwise? Like, now, granted, he probably doesn't realize that you're her friends, but plus you were kind of reaching for her chin like you were trying to do the whole. Oh, no, the guy just. Wonder if I should take it in the way that by saying that the guy does swing on the one side instead of both. Also, I'm gonna click off of them as fast as possible because that background irks the fuck out of me. The awkward pull away of his arm. Like, oh my bad. You guys were literally just in the same room. Oh, no, they weren't in the same room. They're just... Okay, no, one of them's probably the brother of the one guy because they were talking about being his brother being a hairstylist, so he's probably the brother of the one guy, and he's probably just an acquaintance friend, boyfriend. I mean, to be fair, it is Halloween and she wanted to look sexy, which she achieved. But yeah, he's just kind of laying into her, I guess. I'm not being mean to you, I'm just yelling at you, reprimanding you. Dude just called him a hag. And he didn't even argue the hag part, he just shifted it. Okay, but like, he thought he was doing good, but he made an oopsie. Like, at least he has a better heart than a lot of guys. Like, I can't say anything about a lot of people that might look into my content, because, like, a lot of people that look in my content, well, yes, they probably have some sort of perverted mindset, because, I mean, if you're frequently coming back, that means you embrace that I have a perverted mindset, so that means you probably do, too. And if you don't, that's fine, too. But I'm just saying it's not impossible. But what I was going at with that is, if there's any, well, I have a majority male people who watch the channel, but where was I going with that? Oh yeah, people who defend women in general, let alone women they know, are much better than a lot of guys out there because, well, we see where society is when it comes to dating and where that goes unless people have been dating for a very, very, very long time. Yes, he was. Which means, well, that doesn't really mean a lot extra because, like, best friend, boyfriend, he should be doing it either way, right? Taking a moment. Because, like, any moment that I can fit in to have her on screen, I will. Hockey, like, there's going to become a common trend when I make the shorts for these episodes that it'll just probably be, like, a majority her on screen. Plus, this is a decent thumbnail image, Hockey. Oh, wait, no. Gotta get the proper smile. My bad. And her kissing the costume cheek, he has no idea that she just did that, probably. Too busy wallowing in his own self-pity. Oh no, he actually did notice. Wonder how bad that'll send her into a state of embarrassment. Not as bad as I thought it'd be. I thought she'd be completely flared up like, oh shit, he noticed. Nope, he's still an idiot. Huh. Hey, yo, Loki, when you're done screwing with me, like, put me in some rom-com bullshit like this, because, yeah, I could use some hope for the future. Fucking red guys keep making me want to do the necking, so... Gojo, my guy. Understandable why you think that's what she just did. But also, has she ever once been seriously angry at you? Oh. So, he mistook the chew as a tick. I see. Okay, now she's properly flared up from that. Also a better thumbnail image. Okay, I can't say better, but still a really good one. See, he told you were too cold. See, man, it doesn't matter how hot you actually look. That doesn't defeat the fact that sometimes looking like, well, full transparency, a hoe. Sorry, listen, even if it's for a Halloween costume, still a little hoey. But, like, yeah, sometimes dressing up to look good like that, it runs its consequences, and she definitely felt those consequences. Anywho, we had already listened to the intro and outro for the episode, so we're not going to up until the season finale, so let's just do a little skippy skip. Great song, though. Great music video, though. And, like a good boyfriend, he's checking on her. And he is also an understandably concerned not boyfriend. Well, she's sick, so it's probably going to be like, you know, last season where she had no makeup or nothing on, so... Well, I'm right, no makeup or nothing, but... Yeah, she does not look well. Like, she's not even dressed comfortably, she's just dressed... Not at all. I imagine she's probably been in those clothes since the previous day, honestly. Okay, so when it fucked up the text, this is where it was. Is he said he's the one who left because she's sick. Because he is a good person let alone a good, probable boyfriend. See, most men wouldn't give a shit. Most men would leave their girlfriends just do their own thing. I am. Oh, he sprung a leak. Oh, and while standing there talking to him, she toppled. Okay, now I get where I was seeing before I decided to refresh to see what happened. Which also, again, I'm less irritated now, so I can say this more clearly. Crunchyroll, fix your fucking shit. See, here's the crazy part. You think she'd give a shit if he rifled through her clothes? She would not. Like, highest of high key, she just would not give a single fuck. Like, he's seen it before, he's gonna see it again, he's gonna see even more at some point, so, like, who cares? Why am I not surprised she owns that? Like, highest of high key, why am I not surprised she owns that? I'm not gonna say I wish I could own something like that, because, like, I would never wear it in public. For content, maybe. In public, I don't know about that, Chief. I even fucking avoid wearing the toga hoodie I have that, like, has at least a similar expression for, like, the violence reasons, not those reasons, I think. And just randomly bust out crying. Like, none of her other friends would ever treat her like that. No, she's just having her general complaints of, I couldn't move, I couldn't get food, this sucks. Yeah. And then good guy Gojo shows up and does his thing. No, you won't be going anywhere anytime soon. The feeling of being needed must be nice. I wonder if she's gonna let something slip while she's sick. Because, like, she went over the expected things of, the question, will he stay? And a thanking him. But is she gonna let something slip here? Okay, no. She was just being a dork. Just holding the body pillow across her lap. Just like, awesome, I feel a bit better. Also, can I just say that anytime I pause when we're in her room, I feel like the red platform's gonna yell at me. Because, like, I never have done anything wrong to warrant what happened on my gaming channel. They're just stupid cucks that want to fuck with me as much as possible. Another story. But, like, between the Shizuka pillow and wherever the hell that is at the right, and there are her friends that are going to see Gojo there already. That's going to be awkward. What is wrong with that, my guy? Like, listen, like I said before, you're the extrovert she picked up, and now you two are super close, really good friends, you both like each other. This is just a rom-com, and you're just both too stupid to say shit. Like, honestly, if we're going to get one of those shows where they, like, rush things along leading to the final episode, hopefully it's this. Because, like, honestly, if we don't get more, I do kind of hope they, like, have that depressive arc last, like, 2 episodes, and then get to the confession and the ending, Because, like, we deserve that much. Why is he imagining them in their Halloween costume still? It's okay if I hide out on the veranda. But why? Yeah, sure, use that as an excuse, not your actual... Yeah, actually, that would make more sense, though, on why they'd think they're dating. It's like he leaves school early to go see her. Little suspicious. Yeah, he was, and he should, but he's, like, terrified on what they'll think for some reason. Like, honestly, here's the thing. If they're gonna bully him into thinking that they're going out, fucking baseball logic, just take a swing, man. And now he's getting cold out there, so he'll actually be sick. And then she'll come take care of him. Bruh. Okay, I'm guessing they were at a con, because... Like, why is she dressed up like Suzuka again? Yeah, thank you, we know what it is. Obviously they got over the colds, or else they wouldn't be at an aquarium. Okay, yeah, it is, okay, it is some kind of event. Yeah, no, honestly, I don't blame her. Penguins are cool. And while running, she just sees someone sitting in the corner by themselves. Saw her in the episode preview, so she's probably somewhat relevant. Oh, does Marin know this person? Apparently. Oh, she's famous. Okay. the fact it zoomed in on the fish like it wasn't surprised, though. Oh no, it's the costume that's famous, not necessarily the person in it. Yeah, but can't you see that there's something she's a little down about? Wait, hold on, let me have the thought. Her costume got fucked up, but Gojo will be able to fix it like that. Oh, well, that's no problem. That's pretty simple. I love how they both instantly start helping her look for it. She was just like, who are these people and why are they helping me so randomly? And it's probably a name she recognizes too, right? Okay, apparently she's not a famous cosplayer, so Marin's like, oh, you know, like kind of like in Juju's case. Okay, now actually I can't really fault people for missaying her name, how often I've seen people say her name. The whole last name. Yeah, he did. Does it matter though? Like, if you're local, it's whatever. It's not like you're gonna gush over her or blow her in for something or something. Why would she care? Like, she really does not give a fuck about a lot. Yeah, see, I knew that offer was gonna come up. You know, saying the men's dressing room is fine, is this one of those instances where it's actually a cross-dressing cosplayer? Nothing wrong with that. Not Marin. The hotter sister of their new friends did the male cosplay in season 1, so like, yeah, I kind of thought that was coming. The looks on their faces from that revelation. Like, how are you surprised? You know that cosplayers can cross-dress, that's a thing. And, like, some of the time they do it right. A lot of the times they don't care, and personally that's fine too, as long as you're not scaring people. But, like, it's a thing that happens, you know? And, honestly, he did it right. You know, he looks genuinely like a girl. Which is how good cosplaying should be. That's funny. Just the whole Marin standing by warning up top. Well, because a lot of guys are really good with their makeup to make them look like girls. I mean, listen, as stupid as it is, some of the time it actually does work. Like, the classification of being a femboy is kind of where they, you know, do it perfectly more frequently, you know, to promote another person that's on the black platform. You know, Lynx is a content creator I watch frequently just because they say a lot of funny stories. But, you know, he actually never, like, he's a VTuber. Can't say I've ever actually seen his face, but he, like, says he looks like his model, so that means he looks very feminine. So, and I can't get in trouble for calling him a he, because he refers to himself as a he, so fuck y'all Gen Z opinions. But yeah, anyway, sometimes it just works out like that, and that's fine. You know, as long as they're trying to, like, have that full-ass beard and some hairy-ass legs and pass off as a woman. That's kind of weird. Like, dress up in what you want, but don't try to pass off as what you're not. Just saying. Ah, yeah, that's actually pretty helpful, isn't it, liquid glue? And to reaffirm what I just said, by the by, is, I mean, hey, if you're gonna wear cosplay like he did, I guess if you have hairy legs, that's fine too, but at least shave. You know, if you want to actually nail the part perfectly. If you don't care, that's fine too, but like, I'm just gonna stop talking because, actually, yeah, no, I'm not, because if people get pissed off and that helps fuel angry hate comments, that's all the better. I don't think you want to consider where that liquid glue is being used. I mean, it's probably not what either of us are thinking of, but it's probably better not to think of it. You got distracted. A friend. Of course you did. Holy shit, though. Like, the art. Like, that's from the actual game in the anime, and, like, the art. Goddamn. Like, that's what made Marin look better than the other cosplay, you know, other cosplay for Shizuka, but... Hey, yo, but, like... I'm just gonna say that maybe I did misread that a little bit. Because, like, maybe they were trying to hide what the intentions were. But no, they just outright said what the intentions were. I don't think... Actually, she might be that ballsy in case, like, some things ever happen at random. I don't think she's pantyless. Yeah, that's what I thought. She'd be a little bit more careful than that, just in case some shit happened. He's just gonna come right out and ask. I think I've seen the character that the one in yellow is actually from before. Am I wrong? I feel like I've seen that in something that Katakawa has also done. I've actually high-key been trying to like look at the character, seeing if there's anything familiar, whether it from Katakawa works or something else. Well, yeah, but at least Marin's just coming out and asking. Oh. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I did not think that's what that was for. And honestly, high key, that's not a terrible idea for, styling your hair. Just in general, not even cosplay. Because, like, man, why tell you that I spent a good 5 minutes working on some clump of hair back here that continued to stand up, and I'm hoping didn't just, like, right back out? Crazy. Yeah, he does some great work, honestly. Like, he's the type that can actually pass for something else. Did he just scroll past something that piqued his interest? Though it looks like it's annoying him rather than piquing his interest. Maybe he saw something on a clothing design that he was wearing and is going to get pissed. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for the title of the episode, huh? You can equip boobs? Technically, yeah. I mean, hell, as long as the tops are realistic looking enough, it doesn't matter what the rest looks like. Like, that's how, men can cosplay as women in that sense. A little bit of a debate, honestly, but I mean, hey, as long as they're not trying to like hide the real truth of things, like have I don't know a profile on fucking Twitter or something about, hey, here are all my cosplay pics. By the way, I'm a dude, so don't get any ideas. Because like I think that's the professional thing to do, go over all your blah 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 blah, but then at least at the very bottom of your bio be like, I am actually a guy, do not try hitting on me unless you are into that. Yeah, right? Honestly, I think they're more impressive than Marin's, and they're fake. That is just the craziest sentence. That's a crazy sentence, too. Also, actually, if people can, find some shit to do that in actuality, maybe that makes sense of what I saw one time at a gas station. If I wanted to see boobs, I could just go to Marin's house. I actually think the Oni and the bunny girl in night costume are from something specific. Can't tell you immediately what it is, but I think so. Of course she's the one more fascinating. Like, high key, if she wasn't into Gojo, I would believe she swings both ways with the things we've seen from her. Pause. I think I forgot that. I highly key think I forgot that Square Enix did this. And considering what Square Enix... Okay, that was weird. I was saying things and I just heard a really loud noise. Alright. Considering what Square Enix did last season for anime, Takamine, which I will finish uploading on the red platform and the orange platform soon, promise. I do think I legitimately forgot that Square Enix had something to do with Season 1. Yeah, alright. So, number one, let's say the obvious of she's still the hottest girl of the anime season. Like, I've seen episode 1 to pretty much everything I want to see episode 1 of that has some form of attractive girl in it. And she's still number 1. Like, simple. Because I think the only shows I haven't seen episode 1 of, I think at least 2 examples. One I'm pretty sure is like maybe a little bit yaoi based. I could be wrong. And the other involves some psychological thriller with children, so I don't think there can be any waifus. Could be wrong. So we'll figure that out when I get to them. I don't think I'll have the time to do those recordings today, or I'll drag myself closer to 4 o'clock and run out of time to do shit. So I'll probably, again, record those like later in the week. Maybe try to get up early with them tomorrow or something. I don't know. But back on this show, back on like the best girl of this season and any season. Like, It was very unfortunate that those hairdressers that yelled at her kind of had a point of, you're dressed in too little, you're gonna catch a cold, and hey, guess what? She caught a cold. And then because Gojo can't just, like, accept the fact that Noah and the others will just fucking hound him about the fact that they're not dating, he decided to go get himself a cold by being a dumbass. But, like, what do I want to field on this I haven't already said? Well, number one, I guess I'll reestablish the bit from the end of the episode of, there's nothing wrong with people cosplaying the opposite gender, opposite race, whatever, have fun, do whatever. But hey, if you can cosplay something perfectly, that's so much better, honestly. Like, take a consideration for who you are, and if you think you can nail something perfectly, do that the first time. And then if you want to do shit that's just, like, fun, go for it. I mean, hey, at least do the perfect one at least once in your life, you know? Because, like, I don't know, an immediate example off the top of my head for what perfect cosplay is, it involves famous people, but not famous cosplayers per se. But, like, take the wrestler, Jade Cargill. Like, she's cosplayed Mirko and Storm, and yes, for the obvious reasons, I consider that to be perfect. But consider, like, she is a dark-skinned, muscular person with white hair. So she kind of fits both those things perfectly. But getting off that little bit of a thing, I will go on to say, as long as it does not terrify people, cosplay whatever makes you comfortable. Like, it's fine and dandy and all to, you know, dress up and have fun at the risk of scaring people and posting those pictures online. But going into a public place, that's just as bad as dressing too slutty and going into public where, you know, kids and shit can see you. So, like, I'm not going to dismiss that people should dress up in what they like, but I will say you shouldn't do it to where it might terrify people. Or, like, get children too early exposed to something that they'll want to see for the rest of their lives. Now, the other part I'm going to get on is the, hey, Loki, you son of a bitch. Start treating me some of this rom-com shit, man. My life is garbage, so, like, a little bit of a break would be pretty cool, you know? Fucking go to the concert on Monday and, like, just kind of be jiving and grooving, then bump into a chick that's in her late 20s, early 30s, and, you know, some shit happens. That'd be cool, man. Just saying. Alright, now that I'm done with the talk of the one true God, let me know your thoughts on everything, because, whether it be the obvious, you know, closeness of Gojo and Marin being picked on, that really they're both just too fucking stupid to say shit, and I still have the desire that hopefully if, like, we don't get cited for another season early, hopefully, like, fast forward shit and get to the confession by the end. Number two, whether you're just best friends with somebody, dating somebody, whatever, you definitely should still help them out if they're, like, super sick and you have the means to get to them and help them out. Because, like, in general, that's just a really cool thing to do. Unless they're a complete jackass that deserves to, you know, stay ill. I've had a lot of friends like that who I never would consider to help even if I like them that much, so... yeah, that's how it is, but... yeah, I think I covered a majority of what I said already. You know, Marin, best girl. Gojo's a jackass who just can't see what he's being given in life. And honestly, that new cosplayer they met, didn't see it being a guy, but he works with what he's got, and it works out well. But, yeah, you can let me know your thoughts on the episode, the season, the show, Marin, the male to female cosplayer, and whatever else you want to let me know your opinions of. Holy fucking shitballs, I've reached over an hour on this. That's what happens when we watch the best rom-com to exist. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of that. Let me know of any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. check out the playlist in the description. Yeah, check out the playlist here. Let it run through. Leave comments on stuff, whatever. Check out that video recommended to you by the right platform here, or check out the bigger version of watching the cut-up video. And now for the other shit. Don't forget to follow the blue, the black, the letter, the orange, the blue atmosphere. Go follow on purple, purple prime for free. Until next time, Ben the Blazer King with King's Critiques. I'll do a greet at some point, I'm sure. But let me know if I should or shouldn't. Ta-ta for now.